Directed by Desmond Obiagele, the movie Milkmaid tells the story of a Fulani milkmaid in search of her younger sister. Inspired by the iconic image of the two Fulani milkmaids depicted on the back of the Nigerian 10 Naira note. Details on the private New York screening now.
The UNICEF building at the United Nations Plaza in New York, United States of America, played host to diplomats, filmmakers, film enthusiasts and other guests of the first screening of the new film Milkmaids.
Yeah, Pan-African Women's Panel? Yes. Oh, so that's where we met! And also so that people like me show up on time.
Shot in the northern states of Nigeria, The Milkmaid juxtaposes the color and elegance of rural Hausa Fulani culture against a graphic and visceral portrayal of the harrowing ordeal of conflict victims and the personal and societal implications of the resulting psychological trauma.
The movie The Milkmaids is about two sisters. They are Fulani milkmaids living in the rural part of sub-Saharan Africa, and essentially whilst the younger sister is getting married, extremists strike in the middle of the wedding reception and abduct the girls along with other women from their village to the camp of the insurgents, where they undergo experiences which are typical to captives who are taken away from their homes and villages. And essentially the movie tries to show the experiences of the victims of insurgency, the impact of their abduction on them personally, as well as on their relationships with the society. So that's what the film sets out to achieve.
Before the screening began, the executive producer of the motion picture, Dr. Seun Shuemimo, explained that the film draws attention to the present plight of real-life victims of militant insurgency in Nigeria to generate support for their economic and psychological rehabilitation and social reintegration.
The Milkmaid will bring you the closest you've ever been to insurgency and its victims. Know that behind every statistic is a name, and behind every name is a story, and beneath that is the humanity. And I know we all know something about humanity. It's something we have in common. So I urge you to support the Milkmaid movie.
The film tells the story of Aisha, a Fulani milkmaid who is searching for her younger sister Zainab. Dire personal circumstances forced her to approach the religious militants who were responsible for their separation in the first instance, but she's determined to find her despite the compromises she must make to do so. However, her quest to recapture her blood past proves to be unexpectedly complicated in the world whose seething conflict provides several paths to becoming a victim with typically irreversible consequences. One of the special guests at the screening, an African business mogul, Mrs. Folorunsho Alakija, described the film as gripping.
The areas of the movie that struck me, that have left indelible marks on my heart. We hear of these things, but when one watches the movie, it's like real life reality. And the first one was when I think his name is Imaro, when he brought out his 5-year-old child and said that she's already married. I almost fainted. There's so much going on in the world out there. It is better imagined than experienced.
Milkmaid, the film, is looking for partners for a general release. When released globally, it will also be seeking to contribute to the ongoing discourse on the threats posed by extremism.